Today on the Best Flarking podcast, we have our reaction to the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer, the reaction to the Baywatch trailer, and our reaction to the Fate of the Furious trailer. We got new details on the Power Rangers movie, our first impressions of Let It Die. I played Dead Rising 4. We got new information about the Switch and Mario Run, and everyone's favorite YouTuber deletes his channel. That and probably plenty of tangents on episode 39 of the Best Flarking podcast. He's Reej, I'm Dunners. Please hit the music.
And then there came a day like many others. The Best Flarking Podcast. Your nerd's eye view of TV, film, comics, and video games. With you as always, your mother flarking hosts, Dunners and Reej. Fellas, show them who they're flarking with.
All right, good people of the multiverse, here we are. It's episode 39, and we're back. Reej is back, I'm back. We're doing the damn thing, and we got a bunch of stuff for you today. Normally we would talk about how we're doing, but today we're getting right down to it. We're gonna get right down to what it's about. First topic: Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. Reej, this thing was awesome.
This thing was perfection. Perfect amount of hype. Perfect amount of humor.
Perfect amount of everything. It was everything we needed and more when we needed it the most.
So I wanted to talk with you about kind of what we can surmise from the stills and the scenes and the setup and everything, because there's a few shots where the kid doesn't have his new suit on. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of purple tech. There's the Vulture's awesome DIY outfit. There's just so much going on.
There is all of it going on all the time.
So the purple stuff's got to be the Chitauri tech, right?
It's got to be.
Like we've heard.
I mean, they look like Chitauri weapons. The Vulture's suit looks like one or two of those flying chariots, like retrofitted to be a jump jetpack with a flight helmet on it, which I think was great, like a flight helmet and a bomber jacket.
Yeah, the polish with the fur around the neck and shit.
Yeah, and then like the Chitauri tech. I was like, that's a really dope way to do the Vulture. And then like the claw feet and just like right on. And then Keaton just sealing the deal with the "don't mess with me, because I'll kill you and I'll kill everyone you love." And I was like, yes, Keaton, get in there, Keaton. And now we're talking about what we can surmise from the trailer. Am I wrong? Yeah. Am I wrong to get a feeling of Sinister Six coming?
No, already? You're not. And that's exactly what I wanted to bring up, is because there's talk of, and I've tried to look closely, because we know in the trailer we've got Vulture, we've got Shocker, and we've got the Tinkerer. I guess it's not the Tinkerer for certain, but I forget who the actor is. And Gambino is shown. So it's like, there's 4 already, and are those the same 4 at the beginning of the trailer?
I mean, we haven't seen the Tinkerer at all yet, because he's actually... Do you watch Orange is the New Black?
No.
Okay, well, he's the frumpy brother on Orange is the New Black, so we haven't seen him in the trailer yet.
Isn't it?
No, that's
the pilot, or the one half of the dude who gets the black goo in him.
Oh no, that guy is. They think is because here's the thing is like, because we had the international trailer and the American trailer show two guys.
I gotta look up his name.
We're
doing this justice.
Both guys wearing yellow waffle shirts and using electrical guns.
Right, so and one is confirmed as Shocker, the black dude.
From what I'm guessing, and I feel like a lot of people on the internet are going with, is that Shocker is going to be like a group of people, like the Shockers. Like there's going to be like a gang of them, or at least 2, using these weapons, and they're going to be kind of like little whoever bosses.
That's an interesting angle.
To the Keaton.
Well, and we see an example of it. So you saw both the international. We've both seen the international and the other one. Yeah. So there's the part with the buses where he's getting knocked around, and that's the same scene we see who's confirmed to be Shocker.
Right.
But he's not in the new suit.
Right. With the mask on it, right.
Yeah. Also, when he's facing Vulture on the beach, there's the flames in the background, and he doesn't have his new suit on there either.
Right. So I mean, there's a lot of like of all the mysteries in the trailer, the ones swirling around the most are the ones around like which dude is Shocker and like what is going on. But I thought, and like we had said before, I thought Donald Glover was gonna be like a teacher at the school, and clearly he's a bad guy.
Yep.
So that's kind of neat. I
had read somebody's theory of thinking he's gonna be the guy who ends up being Prowler.
That could be cool. That could be really cool.
Right.
I could see that working out quite well. For everyone involved.
For everyone.
And like another this is not stuff that we can surmise from the trailer so much as it just works, but man, it's funny.
Oh, it's hilariously
funny. Tony being reaching in is like, oh, that's not a hug, I'm just getting the door for you.
But that is the joke, is because he gives that much of a shit about the kid. Like, I think he's using that as an excuse.
Right, exactly.
To hug the kid.
So it's just there's so much going on that's pretty great, and I really love that Peter accidentally reveals his identity to Ned in the trailer, and we're gonna get that right out of the way. And there's not the thing that happens in so many superhero movies where it's they have someone who's really close to him, they don't tell him, and then they finally are like, look, I'm this guy and such and such and such and such. Or it's they get taken hostage and the mask gets blown off of the character, and they're like, what?
Right.
I like that this is more like Ned came over and he's like, is Pete home? They're like, oh no, he's going to be back in 15 minutes. Feel free to go hang out in his room, Ned. And then Peter comes in through the window thinking no one's in his room. And there's Ned holding the Death Star Lego, and he just drops it.
It just crumbles.
Just breaks the Death Star Lego, and it's like, you're the motherfucking Spider-Man. He's like, no, I'm not.
Boop, boop.
You were on the ceiling.
Right. No.
It's not me. I like the set pieces that they're teasing with this, like the Vulture flying through, blowing apart the stability of a ocean liner.
Oh yeah,
and it's
literally in half,
splitting a liner in half, and then getting everyone getting a taste of. I don't think a lot of people understand how strong Peter becomes as time goes on with him being Spider-Man, and the more he falls into this, and the more he actually grows up and matures into his own body, because he has the proportional strength of the spider, but he's like
insane.
He's like
nobody grasps
and he's like a boy when he gets the powers, and he grows into being a man, and he gets stronger as it goes on. And it's nice to see that in the trailer where he's holding a fucking boat together from the crushing power of the ocean.
Yeah.
That's Hulk level stuff that's happening.
Yeah, man.
And it really starts to push on the fact that, remember in Civil War when he Winter Soldier punches him and he just grabs his fist, he's like, whoa, dude.
Effortless.
And it's like, oh, that's incredible. Or you forgot this. Just fucking guns a bus side back at him and catches, because I think people were like, holy shit, he caught that mobile walkway at the airport.
Yeah,
and it's like, and now he's fucking clearly getting stronger as it goes on, and it's really nice. And the suit looks great. The eyes moving are great, just like before.
Oh, the details were beautiful.
And I like that the web shooters are big. He's got Ben Reilly big bangle web slayers.
And I think that's why we're getting the wings, is again to that realism of what I liked in the outfit, that touch of realism, that it just shrinks and grows on him. That's just amazing. But the fact that we now get the web wings, and I think for the first time they're going to touch on he doesn't have infinite fucking web pods. He's limited, so he's going to need to make use of every bit of it that he can. And that's why we're going to get the web wings.
And we're also going to get them because they can't. They're gonna have to address the fact that there aren't just always buildings for him to thwip to and swing away. There's
if you want to go toe to toe with the Vulture,
yeah, he's gonna have to be able to glide. So it's pitch perfect right out of the gate, and John Watt's already clearly in firm control of making Peter look like a kid. It feels like a kid in high school and not like a Hollywood version of a high school. It feels like a high school. It feels like a kid in high school. And it's that's great. let's keep that going.
I saw some people saying like maybe too young, and I'm just like, no, this is perfect. This is good. This is what we need.
We need Spider-Man to be here. Like, we don't need like 30-year-old Tobey Maguire being 18 for one movie and then we move on. Like, we need, because so much of Spider-Man's mythos, for people who don't really like pay attention to Spider-Man, a lot of who he is derived from those first like 2 years as Spider-Man, where it's really tough to figure out what it is to be a hero, because he does at one point, he's like, I'm fucking packing it in. I'm done. I'm not doing any more of this. I don't want to, you know, and he finally comes back to it and lets it ride and becomes one of the greatest superheroes of all time. And he's Spider-Man's so fucking awesome.
Fucking so dope.
And it's nice to see that like this is the beginning of the journey, and like I'm glad we didn't see any of the stuff that proposed that the movie has flashbacks, because there are people who are like, yeah, there's flashbacks in the film that have been kind of circulating around like the forums and stuff. And I'm not opposed to that as like an idea for the movie to have flashbacks. I just don't want it. I just don't want it to be a flashback to Uncle Ben getting killed. That's like,
are you talking? I wonder if they're talking about what I'm talking about with the costume change.
Yeah, maybe.
If they think those are flashbacks, because this is where I'm wondering the opposite, and I'm wondering if he gets some beef with Tony and needs to be his own man or something, you know, like, I don't want your suit, I don't want this, I don't want that, I can do my own thing, and I can be this person, and I can be a hero without you and without all these things, you know, like, stop treating me like a kid.
Yeah, because I mean, we definitely have that, like, I wish he wouldn't treat me like a kid all the time. And
so I'm wondering if he's going to give the suit back and try to do shit his way with his suit,
which would make a lot of sense. But man, how sweet is that little payoff at the end?
I was going to say that, yes.
With like fucking Spider-Man swinging and Iron Man flying alongside of him. The only
cooler.
The only critique I've heard that would have been any better is my brother going, you know what actually would have just been tighter is they just would have done the comic book move, and Spider-Man just thwips to Tony, and Tony flies, and he's just a mobile thwipping platform for Spider-Man. Because, you know, I mean, that happens a ton in the comics, where it's like he's got a flyer, you know, and it's just like, or like he'll
he just rides on the tail.
Or like
we saw it in Civil War. He was riding Rhodey.
Exactly. And then same thing with like in the comics, when he'll thwip to Mjolnir and Thor will chuck it, and Spider-Man will just spring across Mjolnir and
Super
go flying.
Momentum.
Flying forward at like ultimate speed and just blast someone in the dome with a kick.
Oh my god!
And it's just, you know, and endless lovely possibilities that we'll have. But yeah, overall, massive smile on my face when I watched that Spider-Man trailer. I loved it. I love Spider-Man, and I can't wait for it to get here.
Me too.
It's so good.
It's the best. They just win. That's all they do is win.
It's so good. It's so good.
I want to give a shit about DC like this. Please help us.
Me too.
PSA, folks.
And the more you know.
Here's your public service announcement.
Sticking with trailer stuff, we also got a Baywatch trailer on the same day.
Which was surprisingly awesome.
And I got to go ahead and just go right out and say, dude, I am all in on Baywatch, dude.
What the fuck? How?
Because it's, if you put The Rock in anything, he just instantly makes it better. I don't know what it is about The Rock being so goddamn charismatic and so fucking good that he just improves any and everything that he touches. But like, man, it's just like that whole scene where it's just like, why do your balls sound like fucking 5-year-old girls? I don't know. That's just how they talk. But they're wise. And like Zac Efron being ridiculous, and me being in love with Alexandra Daddario.
The movie looks fucking hilarious.
I mean, it's everything about it's great. Like, it looks like it's got like a 21 Jump Street style vibe to it.
Right.
There's not really going to be a ton of stuff we can pick out like individualistic about that's great. But like overall, you get a 21 Jump Street vibe. It looks good. It looks neat. And then they end it with that. We were in Lifeguard Pursuit. That's not a fucking thing.
Yeah. You people.
Ooh, you don't get to say that. You're just tan. Like, that's just, I was like, all right, Baywatch. I'm there. Yep. I'm going to watch it. You've got my money. I mean, maybe not opening night.
Maybe
but,
not. Yeah.
You know,
maybe not even in the theaters at all.
But yeah, but you've got my money. Reed's like,
you
maybe
got my peepers.
If you got my eyes.
Yep.
When I can somehow view it.
That's pretty much what it is.
And then lastly, today we got the trailer for Fate of the Furious, which is spelled. It's spelled Fate of the Furious.
I know. They missed opportunity. What the fuck?
Like, come on.
God.
You couldn't just put like F number 8 of the Furious?
Yeah,
this is the people that put Too Fast, Too Furious.
Did we learn nothing from Fantastic Four?
I know.
And what was the other one this year? Or was that a video game?
I think it was a video game that had just come on, guys.
Come on, man.
And I gotta tell you, I watched this trailer right before we started recording because I don't give.
Let me get it out of the way. I'm in. I'm all in.
I know you're all in. Like I could hear your disappointment when I didn't.
When you didn't react.
When I didn't have any emotional response, one direction or the other. I just kind of sat there and was like,
"Yep." Just her breathing.
And then the only thing I said after the trailer was over, this is so fucking dumb.
But dumb awesome, right?
It was like, no, just dumb. But like, as a spectacle goes, there are far worse movies. Like spectacle, the Fast and Furious movies have made a killing on being outrageous. And again, The Rock is in it, so I'll probably see it because The Rock is awesome.
See? I was going to bring that up.
But like, here's the thing. If 5 cars grappling hook into a muscle car, that muscle car is never spinning those cars around. It's never ever happening.
In this universe, it is.
In this universe, where torque just means you're better than all the cars around you combined,
right.
You do whatever the fuck you want. And then like the end where they're driving the tank and the Lamborghinis and like a submarine's chasing them through. It's
goddamn submarine.
And it's just like, and the best part is like, that's not even an ice cracking submarine. That's just a regular submarine. It shouldn't be able to move through the ice. They're like, who gives a shit, baby? Fast and Furious. Charlize Theron. It's on. Vin Diesel's a bad guy now. And they're like, but why is he a bad guy? Because fuck you. Shut your goddamn face.
Knows.
And on top of that, you know what we're going to do for the end of the trailer? We're going to have him see his wife, Michelle Rodriguez, and she's going to be like, you turning your back on your family now? And she's just going to make out with Charlize Theron for no fucking reason. Completely unexplainable. 180 character arc. A dude about family. Doesn't give a fuck about his family no more.
I'm in.
I'm
fucking in,
seriously,
baby.
it's like they sat down and like, fuck, we got to make 2 more Fast movies. They're like, okay, well, what do we do? Well, maybe like Dom's
Make
like
the good guy bad.
Maybe Dom's like, fuck it now, and he's like, I'm a bad guy again. Perfect. What if we put The Rock and Jason Statham together? Like, yeah, because we'll have to have a good guy and a bad guy together to square up against the baddest girl in Charlize Theron. And we'll put Kurt Russell back in it, too.
And Kurt Russell, don't forget.
I mean, who could forget Kurt Russell?
And Tyrese and Ludacris, and I don't even know who
I can absolutely forget Tyrese if he's not saying bring the rain like he does in all the Transformers movies. Then I'm probably going to forget about Tyrese being in something.
I think he's got another punchline for this movie.
Bring the rain. Oh, God. Wouldn't it be better if it was Bring the Rain in this, too? Like he just...
if it just carried over.
Every movie is Bring the Rain now.
That'd be fantastic. I'm in.
I would actually be more excited about it where it's just like, why are they shooting at me? Because you're driving an orange Lamborghini. Man, bring the rain.
Bring the rain.
Just like, yes. Yes, Tyrese. I will bring it. I will bring the rain to you.
I love it. So I'm in on this one.
Sweet, sweet Jesus Christ.
I'm so in because they were good and then they sucked. And then they were good again.
And then they were dead.
And then they were...
then they died. He's like, huh, that's some crazy shit there.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God.
I need to go back and watch Fast again.
Of the Furious. The face of the Furious. The face of the Furious is me after having to watch that trailer. Face of the Furious. I could just spend the rest of the podcast saying that over and over again in dumber voices. Perfect. Put him in the movie. Put that part in the movie.
Get a voiceover.
Make Tyrese say "Face of the Furious" over and over again. It'll be great. Did you see these new details from Power Rangers leak out?
The shitty post, the ridiculous ass poster that came out.
No, not the poster.
Oh God, that was the who let that out though? I want to know. I want to meet the guy.
You know what I want to know?
I want to meet the art guy, the creative guy who was like, yes, this is okay.
Well, you know
this scale of trees to person in cockpit. This is okay.
It's perfect. Hey man, Face of the Furious. That's all.
Oh my God,
that's all you need. I'll tell you what I want to know.
I can fix it.
I want to know who let the dogs out after you said who let it out. Yeah, exactly. You feel free to stop listening now after that joke if you want.
And this is that point.
We'll understand.
Yeah.
But no, the new details that are coming out
I don't
are
know. What you talking about?
It looks like Zordon, his origins getting changed. He's the original Red Ranger who eventually goes under like a body shift to protect all the crystals. He's no longer like Zordon of whatever the fucking planet he is, where you have to live in a tube or something. Apparently he is different than an actual physical body, but he's the original Red Ranger.
What was your guess on what he is?
I said he's going to be
face.
I said he's going to be a fucking head in a tube, and he better fucking be a head in a tube.
Yeah, bioorganic face or some shit.
Yeah, like fucking the Matrix thing, but that. Like a big head sewn into a wall.
Right. Some crazy ass shit.
And the other bit of news is that Lord Zed is in the movie.
Oh, and that's interesting. Yeah, and I wonder if that's like an Easter egg or a teaser.
Apparently, like the way that the rumors are pushing it is that he's Rita's boss, much like in the original show.
Yeah.
So
what's the news?
I mean, that he's in it.
Oh. It's like the shocker that he's like the boss. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what he is.
No, I mean, just him being in it's the news. old face mask and nothing but like meat and brains.
Just flesh and brains.
You know what? I swear to God, he better have a big staff with the letter Z on top.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll throw a fucking movie chair if he doesn't.
I mean,
I'll lift it right
how
out of
am
the
I
ground.
even supposed to know it's him if he doesn't have a staff with a Z on top of it?
I will stand up and out loud point at the movie screen and yell, "Who is that man?
Who is he?" And somebody's be like, "That's Lord Zed." Where the fuck is his staff, sir? You don't know if that's Lord Zed. That could be someone completely different. Despite the fact that moments ago he's like, "I'm Lord Zed."
I'm Lord Zed.
Which is something most characters say. They just say they're like, go, "I'm Lord Zed." They just announce themselves.
Self-reminder.
Like they like to do. But yeah, that's a little bit of dinky ass fucking Power Ranger news.
I'm not that gassed up for this movie. The more shit that comes out, the more I'm less interested. Or the more the less interested I am. There we go.
I'm super into that like end of the trailer, that dun 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 dun, like using like that, but they're doing it with like a timpani drum and they're doing it all super slow, and I was like, yes. I am into this.
That's okay.
but
that's such a small portion. But you have it.
It's just shh. It's good. Don't worry. It's good.
Okay. All right.
But so as Reed had talked about in one of our previous episodes here, I think it's either last week or the week before.
Yeah, last week.
Let It Die came out for the PlayStation 4, and we both
got it that night.
Yeah, I got it that night, and I let it ride. And
just rode that fucking chill wave.
I'm super addicted to it. I've just been like going in, filling up my fucking death cache, getting death medals. There's a lot of like everything has the word death in it or dying, and I'm unsure if it's hell because they also say it's still Tokyo.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know where I am, but I also know that I'm in an arcade.
Yep.
So it's like,
yeah, and then you plug into the Matrix.
Yeah, it's like such a weird game. And then there's like a professional gamer in the background who gives you tips, and he's just like, "Don't worry, I got 18 frames to talk. It's fine."
Like, I got 18 frames to.
Yeah, just talking about hit frame lag in like a fighting game, and it's just like, this is perfect. And it's so Suda 51 quirky and weird. and it's really a lot of fun, man. It's got a lot of rough edges, but like everything about it is awesome. It's pay to play ish nature. It doesn't really feel all that pay to play because
not unless you just want to do shit the quick way.
Yeah,
like,
and
that feels what it.
Yeah, that's
or if you got just throwaway money, disposable income, and are like, yo, I'm gonna make my dude just bossed out and just climb this shit.
And one of the very first things I got was a blueprint for a baseball bat, and I've upgraded that thing so high that like I can't normally upgrade it with like aluminum scraps anymore. Now I have to get like a soda can and like a certain type of metal and like some kind of wolf hair or something, and then it moves it up to a 2-star baseball bat. But there's this it's like a login bonus thing. Every day you get an item from Uncle Death, who's the main character of the game.
Do that. Yeah.
And Uncle Death
I'm gonna play.
hooked a brother up.
Oh.
I opened the Uncle Death box yesterday, and I got a 3-star skeletal flame wand. It's like a super rare weapon. It's like the materials are so off the walls bonkers that it's like I have to go like probably 20, 30 levels up before I even find any of these materials to make this thing. It's like, damn, I want to use this thing today. And I beat one of the first bosses. His name's Cohen, and it was a lot of fun.
Is that somebody's hater, or is that like an NPC?
No, that's an actual mid-boss.
Okay.
But I have smoked almost every hater I've fought. Haters are what they call people who've died in the game and do not have enough death metal to bring themselves back to life. Those people become haters and get uploaded to other people's games for other people to fight. So I've had like level 29, level 28, level 27, which I don't know how you get to those because I've already maxed out my dude at level 25. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how I can get some more levels, but I've just been smoking haters left and right. Like these guys don't stand a chance. I just barrel roll out of the way and just lay pipe to their domes. It's awesome.
Yes.
The game is if you like Dark Souls and you like Bloodborne and stuff like that, you will probably like this game. There's a lot of that to it. There's a lot of having to go back to the same areas, memorizing patterns and layouts, and then once you beat like a mid boss of a section, then new pathways open up to other parts on the same level. So there's other areas to go that you can explore, and then like do offshoots that don't have elevators. So you have to like do like a 4 or 5 floor run up to the top, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it's really, really good. And I'm really excited to keep playing it, but I think I have to like put it on hold because I got to finish, what we're going to talk about after this.
Yeah, I got to get back in it. I played it for, I think 30 minutes. No, a little more than that. Probably like an hour and a half, and then they had emergency maintenance that night, so it cut my game off at midnight.
And then everyone got items because they had to have that emergency maintenance because someone found an exploit or something that broke the game.
Oh,
and that's why they
I mean, not rad, but
yeah, that's why they fixed it up. They did it.
Tight.
They fixed it all up
so everyone log back in,
so everyone could be happy.
But like I said, I've been stuck in these fucking dungeons, and I can't save
dungeons
in the middle of the dungeon. So I'm at these weird points where I'm like, I don't want to play Final Fantasy anymore. Like literally, the thought just hits me like boom, yo, I want to play Let It Die. I don't want to play Let It Die right now, but I know I got to close this application in order to open the other one up. But I can't save right now.
So I gotta play So I guess I have to play Final Fantasy then.
Exactly,
dude.
And that's where I've been all day.
And I'm gonna end up starting playing that probably sometime in the next 2 weeks here while I finish up other stuff because I'm absolutely playing Last Guardian before I play Final Fantasy 15. It's just gonna be how it is.
I've heard mixed results on that, so I'm very interested to hear your opinion on that.
Here's my prediction for how I feel like it's gonna go.
Have you been listening to the reviews?
I'm going to get really upset at the bird dog that won't listen to what I want it to do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to scream at my TV a bunch of times. And then I'm going to go, why did I buy this game? Who cares? And then he's going to do something I want, and I'm going to get really happy about it. I'm going to have an emotional attachment to it. And much like Shadow of the Colossus or Ico, when whoever dies, I'm going to be super sad for the other creature. That's how I feel like Last Guardian's going to go for me. And
you know what? Something's not making it out of that game
dude,
alive.
it's a game about like symbiosis and like love between two creatures and like growing up as like together. Come on, man. This is like Old Yeller. This is Pete's Dragon. This is, this is all of that. This is the Iron Giant.
Getting all emotional, man.
This is Artak in the Swamp of Sadness in Neverending Story.
Damn.
That's what this game is going to be. And but yeah, I kind of laugh because like I'm stuck in these. I gotta get out of these dungeons. Well, you gotta get your materia boys, dude. Get your materia boys in there. Have them take some pictures.
No, I'm in the secret one. They're not even with me.
The materia boys can't go to secret dungeon.
Yeah, this one's actually pretty rad. I had read about it before I started the game, and somebody had said it's one of the funnest things they've done in video games in the past like 10 years.
But what if you have to drop like a sweet harmony and like sing a Motown Philly style song?
Well, then I'm shit out of luck.
Back again, and they don't even.
If the game challenges me to a sing off all of a sudden, I'm fucked.
Which it should.
'Cause my boys ain't with me.
Yeah, like it should challenge you to a sing off. That's only the right thing to do.
Right? Oh my God! What if Cloud and what's his name from
Barrett
8 and 10 and no?
Oh no, Cloud
The
and
leads
like
from all of them stepped out. Like 4 of them stepped out as
like
in sync. Like
Cloud, Squall, Zidane,
Squall was the one, yeah,
and Titus.
Titus.
Yeah, for a
And then
dude who
we'd need a
doesn't
fourth.
fucking like Final Fantasy, I be knowing their names. Okay,
Yeah, you do. I keep telling you on this podcast how good your memory is.
dude, I remember
Far better
things.
than mine.
I remember
Far
things.
better. You do. You remember a lot of things.
That's what I do. I'm out here. I'm out here remembering.
Remembering
I'm out
stuff.
here remembering. I got the member berries. You
remember? Man.
I remember. That's fucking such a good arc.
What
from South
else
Park
did
this
you
year.
start playing this week?
I started playing Dead Rising, man, and in my first session, sitting down and playing it, I played through 16% of the game.
Holy shit.
I played.
Does that concern you at all?
No, it doesn't, because
Okay.
I'm running around discovering blueprints, discovering newspapers and like alternate cases in the background, and like having just the time of my life.
Taking some fucking photos or what?
Oh, you know it. I've already gotten S rank photos in like 3 of the categories. I've already done it. And the best part is like there's a whole like you get upgraded, your camera gets upgraded to have night vision and a spectrum analysis, so you can like see
That's kinda rad.
where people are touching like stuff, like keypads and shit. And it's like, oh, please tell me I have to use a spectrum analyzer to like analyze keypads and get thumbprints. And it's like, hey, we can't get through this keypad. Maybe you should break out your camera spectral analyzer. I'm like, you motherfucker, you better say it and scan that door so we can unlock the keypad. Motherfucking taking pictures to unlock doors and shit. Just like, yes. And just like, oh yeah, you can get new skills by taking really high ranked photos. You goddamn right I can. It's like, you made this game
You're
for
all
me.
in.
You made this game for me. They're like, and you can hit R2 or right bumper, and it turns it into a selfie, and he just like puts himself in the picture with like all the dead bodies and shit.
Oh my God, yes.
And it's so good, and like all the clothes and everything are back. The combo weapons are back, and like the inventory system's a little different now, where like you can carry like 4 melee items, 4 guns, and 4 explosive items. So you can carry 12 things right out of the bat, and you can carry 3 healing items right out of the bat, which is actually kind of neat because the quick swapping system is left D-pad for explosives to cycle through explosives, up to cycle through melee, right to cycle through guns, and then holding down will just eat whatever you have in your inventory. No cycling to get to it and then doing it. You just have to like you don't have to like in the original Dead Rising and the second Dead Rising you had like a big bar which was your inventory, and in the order would be like orange juice, golf club, gun, orange juice. Like combo weapon, something else. You're like, and you're in a fight. You're like, fuck. It's like, what thing do I want? It's like, and you go just too far, and like, god damn, I didn't need orange juice. God damn it, I need a golf club. Go, fuck me.
You just like throw orange juice at them then? If you
No, you
land on that?
just sit there and drink the orange juice and get health
Oh my
back, and then
God.
they just pummel you and take the health away, and it's very
terrible.
frustrating. And you start off in the mall like in the very first one, and then you just end up in Willamette.
Same mall, right, as the first one?
Yeah, and then you break out of the mall, and the whole town is fucked. and you just have all of Willamette to go around in and do everything. And they've brought back the Willamette achievement for the fourth game in a row, and God bless them for doing it, because I was hoping that they would, because I got it in the very first Dead Rising, and I'm gonna get it in this fucking Dead Rising as well, because I have to have it.
What is that?
The Willamette achievement is in the first game. You know, the game is like it's timed, so it's super difficult to kill all the tons of zombies.
Yeah.
This game isn't, so it's much easier. But you need to kill the population of Willamette, the town that you're in. So 53,984 zombies you have to kill in the game.
Oh my God.
And in the first game, like, it took some serious dedication, because you have to like level yourself up high enough that you could get really good durability in your vehicles, and then you just go in the parking garage and just drive over all the zombies for like hours. Just constantly drive over them. You're just like, this is my life now. This is my life now. This was back when I had time to just waste, and I didn't feel bad about wasting my time. But like, that's back. I have one massive gripe right out of the gate, though.
What's that?
The game starts, and Frank talks, and it is not Frank West from 1 and 2. It's a different voice actor with a different voice, and it sucks by comparison to Frank's original voice. You're like, where the fuck is Frank's voice? You're like, well, Frank's older now. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if he's older now. I want Frank West's voice to be the same. And I also don't like that Frank looks a lot like Nathan Drake either. I don't fucking like that. Like, why doesn't he look like Frank fucking West? Like, fat, balding a bit. Like, where the fuck is the Frank West look to him? And so it's just kind of like...
They Nathan Draked him up?
They did kind of Nathan Drake him up a bit. He's not like a doppelganger or anything, but he's got his Drake on. They draked him.
He was looking a little spry for his age.
For 52? Yeah. He looks like he's super young. But it's like, all right. But overall, man, it's a lot of fun. Like, all the stores, like, once you go into the store, like, it maps it out in the mall and like tells you what type of things they sell there. And there's just lots of really cool things going on. And I can't wait to like start running into psychopaths, because I haven't run into any of the psychopaths in the game yet. And that's, you know, one of the hallmarks of the series is like the really outlandish boss characters, like a chainsaw juggling clown, or like a Vietnam War vet inside of a Home Depot who can't turn it off that he's a Vietnam War vet.
Yeah. Now, I had heard they don't have those in this one.
Well, that is a thumbs down, because I kind of stayed away.
There are things that you know are bosses or whatever, but they're not like they used to be, in that sense of this crazy character with some crazy weapon.
Oh, see, because I really liked the idea of like the psychopaths and like wandering into someone's like fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Like wandering into like the circus trainer and having him unleash the tiger on you, and then you feed the tiger 3 steaks and the tiger turns on its owner, and you get the tiger and you bring him back to like the safety room and shit, and the tiger gets to like be part of your survivor group.
That's
I was like,
tight.
you know, like stuff like that. I was like, it's so
Hang
weird.
out with the tiger.
And like I guess I get like thematically removing that, because they get really outlandish and B-movie with it. But like, one of the things I've really loved about Dead Rising was the fact that it didn't really know how to straddle the seriousness of like a government conspiracy to fucking kill its own people, while also maintaining the fact that it's like a game where you can duct tape a chainsaw to a canoe oar and just like swing it around like a death baton and fucking saw off everyone's heads. You know,
That's
it's just
fantastic.
like, you know, it's like, it's a game that's always had this like, yeah, it's got a really serious conspiracy theory story to it, but you can also make a teddy bear with fucking Gatling guns for armor.
Right. Is it this one that has the exosuit, or was that
It
the
does,
last
and
one?
I just got to use the exosuit, and I picked up like a super military grade flamethrower, and I just ran through like mountains of zombies, firing flames out of my fists. And there's also like spots all over the town where there's exosuit only weapons, and I got to like a LARPer store, and they have like the sword of the demon god, and it's this massive like 20-foot tall sword, and it's like only accessible with the exosuit. And I was like, I'll see you next time I have the suit. Like, next time I have a suit, it's you and me, and we're fucking up the whole town, just you and me.
I need to play this one. Another one to add to the list.
I'll be back for you. So, like, I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna play it tonight after I get done working on some more stuff for my other YouTube channel, and we'll go from there. even more exciting than Dead Rising 4 is the Switch news that we've gotten recently. The Switch,
so much Switch news in such a short amount of time. Oh
Switching
my god!
the news.
I almost want to queue. I might queue up Will Smith right here.
Do it right now.
Is that a dare?
Fucking do it. Fucking do it then. But it looks like the Switch is gonna. Oh, you started to get. You got me. Oh my goodness! But it looks like the Switch is gonna play GameCube games, which means
that's amazeballs.
Yeah, it means that GameCube games are finally coming to the Virtual Console, which means that maybe now prices on Cubivore will finally drop, like actual physical copies of Cubivore.
I wonder though if this is what kind of the details around this out the gate. Is this like a backwards compatibility thing? How many games is it going to support? Or is it just going to be a straight up?
I'm assuming it's a Virtual Console thing because there's no space for discs. This thing uses carts.
Right.
Are they going to release remastered versions of GameCube games? Because if they're going to do like a remaster, why don't you just give me in one package an HD update of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and Luigi's Mansion 1 and called the Luigi Mansion HD Remaster Pack. Ooh. And because I will buy that. I'll buy that straight up.
Just handing them out.
That's Nintendo's probably already got that idea.
They probably do.
But
this is great news.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love this. I mean, I didn't play much GameCube, but I know there's a ton of dope games that I would love given the chance to go and play.
WrestleMania 19.
One of which we were talking about, Eternal
Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
Eternal Death Slayer 3.
EDS 3. Yeah, the thing about the elves is that if we can't just re-render them, Zane, we don't have enough time, but if we just made them blue, then we would have time. That's cheap and easy. That's a terrible idea. And he steals his idea. God, Grandma's Boy is a good movie, and I'm glad they're making a Grandma's Boy 2, but chances are it's going to suck.
Oh, it's going to be terrible. Damn it.
I don't care. I'll be there.
Stop that movie from
I'm going to be there.
I feel like this is the perfect opportunity for you and I to make our own movie of Jay and Silent Bobbing that movie.
Just trying to... Well, we need to get our motherfucking movie checks first. What the fuck is the internet? The internet is a tool where people can watch pornography and bitch about movies. But that's not only the Switch news that we got.
What else happened?
The Switch was also on Jimmy Fallon. It got debuted in the real world on Jimmy Fallon, and Jimmy Fallon dropped some gamer-style knowledge on Reggie Fils-Aimé when he's just like, yeah, and Miyamoto would go on adventures as a kid, and this is based on his life, and wanting to go to these places, and they're like, oh, you know your history. He's like, I fucking love Zelda, dude.
It was really cool, yeah.
It just straight up was like, yeah, I like Zelda a lot.
Yeah, you could see the excitement in his eyes. That was really fun to watch.
And
it was genuinely geeked.
It was funny as fuck to watch Reggie playing, and he's like, yeah, and you'll get to play here in a minute. And him
just waiting.
And him being the little brother, he's like, well, just give me the fucking thing and let me just see it, and I'll fucking do it, and we'll go check it out. And I love that they keep I don't think anyone I think Nintendo thinks nobody believes them when they're like, you see that mountain back there? You can walk to that mountain. That's what's up with this. This is finally it's such a big game and all so more Breath of the Wild looking awesome. And the big thing, this is not Switch related, but it's just another big Nintendo thing tying into, me and my championing the whole concept of Nintendo partnering with Apple and why the Switch is a great idea. And that old soapbox that I got on and made everyone fans of the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo sent me a Switch for free. And that's that Mario Run looks awesome. It looks really good. It originally was oh, great, an endless runner with Mario where you can jump and grab coins. That's kind of bunk. And then it's it's Mario level. It's Mario levels, but you don't control whether he goes back and forth. And anytime he jumps and sticks to a wall, I'm like, oh, this could be really cool. I would pay $13 for this, and I would probably keep getting content updates for probably at least 2 years out of this thing. I could definitely see myself spending the money on it. So he's like, this is, well, fucking good on you, Nintendo. You're already understanding the concept of these mobile platforms being able to showcase and reinvigorate people who maybe were gamers but kind of moved on, still love the idea of like a Mario or a Zelda, and then hook them again and get them to buy a Nintendo Switch, which they can bring with them with their phone, get them back into being gamers. This seems like a Wii level marketing maneuver that they're just primed to just make it happen. I feel like that's going to be a really good thing. I'm super excited about where the Switch is going the more we see of it. And they also said that they're going to be doing like another Nintendo Switch update, I think Reggie said, in like early to mid-January. So
yeah, they have an event in New York in January where the public will be able to play it for the first time.
That's so tight. So
I think Pete's going to be at it.
Well, maybe we'll have Pete do like a call-in correspondence.
Inside scoop.
Our inside Pete. He's out there getting the inside scoop. We'll make him wear like one of those,
TV.
We'll make him dress like a 40s era detective.
Totally.
And he'll be in there. Pete Baskin, the best Flarking newspaper. I have a question for Reggie. Well, this isn't really like a Q&A thing. How do you feel just like barge in?
Anyways.
The press won't be silent, and make him kind of like talk like a radio announcer. It's like, I'll be getting my story. Will you bet your bottom dollar?
Like Dino?
Yeah, kind of just like Dino. Just like him. Just like silver-haired paisano.
Shout out to Dino.
Oh my God. I'm not excited to meet that character.
You shouldn't be.
You should really be upset that you're going to have to talk to this fucking guy. He fucking sucks. This character is shit. I fucking hate that you even have to think about talking to him. Jesus Christ.
That was pretty much what it was like with him, but anyways.
And I got to live it from when you were talking to him.
Yeah.
So I get to go for a double dose of his pimping. Upgrade, spelled thusly. Upgrade spelled with 2 D's for a double dose. And then, to close out today's lovely little episode, our near and dear friend, PewDiePie, said he was going to delete his channel at 50 million. And he made good on it, but I don't think a lot of people are happy about it. He said if he got 50 million subscribers, he's going to delete his channel and start over again. And he did that. It just happened to be his alternate channel, like many people had predicted, and that it was all a joke. And people were kind of pissed about it, it's the internet. They're going to be pissed if he did it. They're going to be pissed if he didn't do it. They're going to be pissed if he did it to the secondary channel. And so, like, when it came down to it, he also kind of gave an explanation where he's like, when a joke gets way out of hand and you can't get in front of it and you're kind of like fucked. I honestly believe him when he says that it was supposed to be a joke and he didn't think like Washington Post would write a fucking page 2 article on it. He didn't think that it would be that big a deal. And apparently it was, because I think that even he sometimes forgets that he's on such a famous level for his crowd. Like 50 million people subscribe to him.
50 million.
And then there are people like me who don't particularly enjoy his content, but I know who he is. Like there's got to be, at least a couple more million like that. Like that's a ton of fucking people that follow this
crazy.
dude, And so it's like, holy shit. So like, I think even he doesn't even grasp the scope of how famous he is sometimes, and like people get pissed. And it was nice to see me like, hey, it was a joke. I'm sorry that it blew up this fucking hard. That's on me. But isn't it great we got to 50 million subscribers? No one's ever done it. Let's keep going. Let's see what we can do. And you know what? The thing is like, my personal opinion on PewDiePie is like, I don't really dig the whole like screamy, like kind of reaction gamer video kind of stuff. And I know that people are saying that he moved away from all that. I'll tell you what I do really like for him is that as someone who is in the position he's in, he fights really hard for the rights of the creators on YouTube. Like, he fights real hard to make sure that YouTube knows what the fuck is up and why when they do something, it's either fucking the creators of videos and content or it's like hurting them. And I feel like that's really cool because there's a lot of people who are, if they were making, like 12 to $20 million a year off those ads, they wouldn't give a fuck about little guys like me, and
sure.
and even our little, Best Flarking Network channel. Like, who wouldn't give a shit about that? So it's really cool to see that. So bummer that like him deleting his channel turned out to be that, but good on him for being a stand-up dude. And I say that as like our daily derp for today is going to be us derping his face, making fun of him for not deleting his real channel. Like we're going to go ahead and take pot shots at him on my other channel. But as my one of my content creating partners at Evil Ice Cream, I was like, make sure that it's mostly in good fun. We're not going super hard on him like I did with Trump and like I did with Alex Jones, because fuck those two guys. PewDiePie seems like a pretty decent human being, so let's not go too hard on the roast festival that we're gonna do. But yeah, that's gonna be really gonna do it for us on all of our scripted stuff. Is there anything else you want to add before we call it a day, Reej? Meh. All right, well, thank you guys so much for listening. We really, 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 really appreciate it. And thanks to everyone who wanted to listen to it early on YouTube. We are going to be doing that again this week and again the following week, because that's what we're doing now. That if you want to hear it first, it'll be on our YouTube, or you can wait an extra day and you can hear it on the SoundCloud. And, you know, either way, we love when you guys listen. We love it even more if you listen on YouTube, because we make like a penny every time 10 people listen to it. We got them pennies, y'all. We got your pennies, y'all.
Penny.
And
penny,
I feel like that's
penny.
the name of the episode. We got your pennies, y'all.
We got your pennies.
We got your pennies. We're taking your pennies and we're going to keep them. Don't throw them in the wishing fountain at the mall. Throw them into our pockets. We're taking them.
That good copper's worth money.
Yeah, we want it to take it, and we're going to roll them up into coin rolls and take them to the bank and say, could you turn this into larger bills for us?
Please.
And then they will.
Thank you.
And they'll say, here's your $3. And I'll say, you're goddamn right, that's our $3. And they're like, damn.
Hey, Reed, you want to go get a burger?
Reed, we can split one McChicken. Nah, man, they got the McPick 2 for $3. You're goddamn right they do. We're getting 2 double cheeses. We're living the high life, baby. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. And as always, if you like the show, be a part of it. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Tell 2 people about the show. Tell anyone that you think likes video games, movies, comic books, or anything like that. If you have a topic for us, you know, whether you want us to do like a super-powered beatdown where we talk about superheroes beating each other up, any of that stuff, let us know. We love to hear from you guys. Otherwise, he's been Reej this whole time. I've been Dunners. We're going to get out of here. Say bye-bye, Reej.
Bye-bye.
See you guys next time.